When myself and my co-founder Nick conceived the idea for Verlo back in August 2024, it took us a few months to launch in March this year. But since then, in these short 7 months, we've eclipsed $100,000 in revenue, 50,000 users, 20k MRR, and in our biggest month, we grossed over 50k in revenue. And for most of that time, we were in MVP stages with, let's be honest, a half-baked product. But the most important part, we nailed our organic distribution. So if you are a SaaS founder, co-founder, or leading any sort of startup, listen up, because in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to get more customers for your SaaS. And by the way, all the strategies I'm going to outline are ones that I followed myself running Verlo with over 80 different SaaS companies I've worked with in this space, and it does not require any paid ads whatsoever. In fact, it's practically free. And that, my friends, is by utilizing YouTube. You see, if you have a SaaS website, YouTube is by far the best organic marketing method you need to implement. Now, I'll be honest, if you've got an app, so for the App Store, Google Play Store, etc., I'd recommend using TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram, because those short form platforms tie in really well to apps. However, if you've got a website SaaS or website software, I'd really recommend YouTube, because what happens is in each video, you have a link in the description and in the pinned comment, and that can reroute people directly to your SaaS. And people just don't understand how powerful this is, because Verlo for the first 5-6 months did not do any paid advertising whatsoever. No Meta, no TikTok ads. We were relying on organic marketing, and in particular, YouTube brought in the bulk of our revenue. But I'm sure some of you SaaS founders would have tried YouTube before for your marketing, but it may not have worked out. And this is probably why, because when I headed up the marketing side of Verlo, I understood something very clear. Verlo is not viral, so I can't make a video saying how to use Verlo and expect it to get hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube. If you've got a software yourself, you can't make a video saying how to use your software and expect it to go viral, because there's no knowledge or understanding of your software whatsoever. So there's no actual interest or curiosity from the viewers to watch that piece of content. So if I was to post a video like how to use Verlo, it most likely would have got stuck on 4, 10, maybe 50 views if I'm lucky. And that is because the audience is just confused looking at that thumbnail and title, because they're thinking, what even is this software? I don't know anything about it. Why am I going to click on this video? So instead, you need to follow a tactic, and that tactic is called trend jacking. What trend jacking does is you take viral concepts and you use them as the Trojan horse to promote your product or service. And this is by far one of the most overpowered ways you can get eyeballs on your product or service and convert those eyeballs into clients. And I've followed this tactic for Verlo and other massive companies I've collaborated with, including Kittle, Doba, Buy Me a Coffee, Skillshare, 11 Labs, etc. So with Verlo, we used the Trojan horse to infiltrate, and then Verlo was stuck inside, and that is how we got the views onto our platform. So you may be thinking, okay, Dennis, this is cool, but how do you do trend jacking? How do you even apply this concept for your SaaS? Well, this is actually really simple, because what you do is package your video in a way to entice as much of your ICP as possible, but then without the video, the outcome you describe will be your product or service. So if you take this example video about how to make viral VO3 videos with AI automation, when I posted this video 5 months ago, VO3 was absolutely going viral. So VO3 was the Trojan horse to get as many people as possible to click on that video, because Verlo and VO3 had practically an identical ICP. But then within that video, I had a whole segment about Verlo and how Verlo can help VO3 users prompt their videos. So as you can see, the Trojan horse was about VO3. If you want to go viral with VO3, click on this video. But the actual point of the video, if we reverse engineer it, was helping those people make their prompts using Verlo, and therefore getting Verlo sales on the back end. No one clicked on that video with the intention of buying or using Verlo, but when they saw it within the video, they thought, hang on a minute, I need to buy this software because it helps me with my VO3 prompts. So this video that was posted on the 7th of June took off pretty much instantly, because VO3 was absolutely going viral, and now it seemed to plateau at around 100,000 views. But pay special attention to this date, because if I show you the revenue for Verlo over that period, on the 7th of June, we made around $200, and that was our range, around $200 to $400. But the day after posting that video, we skyrocketed to almost $4,000, then 4.5K, and the day after that, $5,000. And over the 2-week period from the 8th of June to 21st of June, we eclipsed $36,000 for our SaaS, and that was primarily because of that video. So if I never made a piece of content talking about VO3, which was going viral, and tying it back to Verlo, we would have never had these numbers. And this is the most important part, because distribution is the bloodstream of any SaaS. You could have an amazing product, but if you don't have eyeballs on that product, no one is buying it. And so part of marketing, just like I'm head of marketing for Verlo and Consult, many other SaaS companies with their social media marketing, you've got to think of inventive and creative ways to get eyeballs onto your product or service. And to note, this is not the only time I've done this. As you can see, I made videos about multiple different brands and collaborated on their channels also. And you may be thinking, but a lot of these videos don't have the same sort of views as the VO3 video, like this one with 1.5k, this one with 4.1k, etc. Obviously a few outliers get hundreds of thousands of views, but that's okay, because when you appeal to the perfect target audience, you don't need loads of views. What you need is the right views. Quality is more important than quantity, and you will get sales. So let's take, for example, this 11 Labs video, only 1,500 views, but in the last 7 days, that's accumulated over $500. So the last 7 days with 11 Labs, you're looking at 400 clicks, 45 conversions, and over $500 generated with just 1,500 views. And because most SaaSes operate a monthly recurring revenue model, if these 45 people keep renewing their subscription, that is an extra revenue every single month, all off just one video. Because if you're a SaaS founder, what you've got to realize is 1,500 people of the perfect ICP watching your content is all you need, because that is a massive target audience. If I told you to stand in front of 1,500 people and give a lecture, you'd be thinking, wow, that is a lot of people. Now imagine that many people watching a piece of content around your product or service. All it takes is for a handful of those people to like it and then convert, and you're gonna get sales. And you can see right here, 1,500 views, 45 conversions, that's 3% of people watching that video were so convinced that they went through and bought the product. Now, of course, targeting your ICP all comes with the packaging, and there's nuances to make sure that with viewer psychology, you get those sort of people to click on your video rather than people that have no interest whatsoever. But there are certain tactics that you can use and that I've been following throughout my time on YouTube and on marketing as a whole. And by the way, if you are interested in having a done for you system without needing paid ads, following my proven strategies to get customers for your SaaS, you can click the first link in the description or in the pinned comment. I show a little bit of proof of concept about what I've done, some testimonials from big companies like Doba, Buy Me Coffee, and Kittle to show that I know what I'm talking about. And then down there, you can book in a call with myself and we can discuss exactly how it will work for your particular SaaS. But to give you a little bit of an intro into what I do, the system I follow is called the Lasgo system. I implemented this 18 months ago for all my clients, and it's been a roaring success. What the Lasgo system does is it breaks down all of the YouTube content into 5 components. Your leverage, aka what is the USP of your software? What is the reason people should be using it over other softwares? Your audience, what is your ICP? How can we target those particular people? Because we don't want to go viral with everyone on this planet. We want to go viral with your particular ICP. The style of content, whether we want to do tutorial videos, whether we want to do whiteboard explainers, whatever. What piece of content are we creating to get eyeballs on your SaaS? The goal, so what are KPIs we are setting with YouTube? And then of course your offer. So do you do something where it's like a free trial to then a paid? Is it a hard paywall? Is it yearly subscriptions? Is it monthly subscriptions? Is it a one-time fixed fee? Is it they hop on a call with you? How does it work? And we can talk about different offers to make sure that you get the perfect overall funnel for your particular SaaS to get the most people converting through the pieces of content. So YouTube took Verlo from 0 to 25k MRR in the first 4 months without needing paid ads. That is an over $1 million valuation, and most companies don't even touch 25k MRR in years, let alone just a few months. Your B2B or B2C SaaS needs marketing and distribution, and believe it or not, your audience does live on YouTube. So if you're not making content, your competitors will, and they'll be stealing your audience. So if you're a SaaS founder, co-founder, or head of marketing, and you want to implement YouTube marketing into your distribution funnels, then you can check out the first link in the description or in the pinned comment. And you can also check out the video right beside me as I go in more depth how to use YouTube marketing to propel Verlo.